For the record podcast, we in this thing, Mizzy, ROCKSTARR DJ.
ROCKSTARR DJ, you holler.
ROCKSTARR DJ KayPlaya.
The ROCKSTARR DJ D Money.
What was y'all on this week, man?
Yo, long, nice week. Classic Jewels, nice ladies, nice Saturday. Hosted Reggae in the Desert. Thousands of people out there. Real good look. Today, got some sleep. I feel amazing.
Nice.
Speaking of getting sleep, thanks to my brand new Apple Watch, I got this little app on here to let me know exactly how much sleep I got.
Word?
Yeah, nah, that's some shit I picked up this weekend too. So I'm real happy and proud about it right now. Yeah, man. I mean, I just did radio this weekend as usual. Had a long ass 3-hour shift on air like earlier today, whatever. But it was a pretty cool weekend though, man. Just trying to get a few things lined up for next weekend. Officially just reserved our room for BET weekend. Shout out my brother Mizzy Matt. You know what I'm saying? We about to hit the road, make it out there and everything. So, you know what I mean? You got a few things in the works.
That's right.
Sorry.
What I miss? I miss something?
No more D Money shit.
Oh my God.
You picked up that glass so aggressively.
Why?
The loudest.
Do you know why?
I wasn't even looking at you, man.
That shit loud as shit.
God damn.
You know why? I bet you won't hear it though. I bet you won't hear it.
You do realize there's 3 other mics here.
Money on it. You won't hear it as loud as it normally is.
We got 4 microphones in here.
Bet that.
Fuck.
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Later.
Anyway, so before we get back to you saying what we had to say, I specifically told D Money ass not to drink his drink because his loud ass be fucking swirling his ice around like so into
He
the
loud as
microphone.
everything. See, I mean, another thing, we always have pizza before these shows too, man. And D Money ass, he be eating like an old black man and shit. He be smacking his.
Bruh. Okay.
Like, goddamn,
I
son.
wasn't the one that motherfucker chewing with his mouth wide open.
Like, not even just wide open. Like, you really just savoring that shit. I mean, like, nigga, just chew. Close your mouth. You know what I mean? I mean, we just feel like we gonna use this opportunity to let you know about yourself. You know what I mean?
Hey, the door is open. The door is open. Let me kick you
Anything else?
Yo, this is an intervention, by the way, man. We've been meaning to tell you about this.
Destroying my
I
food.
don't know if D since we on D Money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Tell them how you feel,
This is
Mizzy.
the Get On D Money
Since we
episode.
here, let me,
You know, I don't know
tell
if
me how
you
you
seen it on
feel.
Facebook, but somebody said you look like academics last week.
I missed that.
I saw that.
Post.
I saw that.
About that.
Saw that. Shots fired.
Like academics, and I don't give a damn. I'm not academics.
personal or just fuck D Money day?
You know, I guess so. Hey, that's
Hey, you brought this on to yourself, by the way.
I didn't. But I feel the love.
Hey,
This
Kay
brotherly
posted
love.
it. Like, hey,
This brotherly love coming
I
over
don't
this
know if
way.
you know, but that brother to your right kind of look like DJ Academics.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm glad to say. I told him, I was like, listen, shout out to the homie Jacob. I was like, I'm not even going to tag him. I'm going to just wait for him to come in the comments and see that thing himself.
Yeah, this is definitely a blindside episode because I did not see none of that shit.
That's how interventions work.
But anyway.
Right.
Well,
Hey, we love you,
damn,
D-Money.
all y'all is- Fuck you.
Money, you cool with us, bro.
Whoever Jacob is, hella fuck Jacob. Fuck you too. Moving right along.
Great.
All right, where were we?
Damn.
I think we were on KayPlaya. Not mistaken.
No, man. I'm gonna tell you, this weekend I definitely DJ'd probably twice as many hours than I slept. I'm delirious right now. I think I'm off of like 2.5 hours of sleep. I did a 6-hour set today. Came right back here. I probably got here 45 minutes before y'all got here. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a cool weekend, but I definitely did not get any sleep.
That's too bad because I feel fucking amazing.
I mean,
You tell. You got an Apple Watch too?
No, you know what? I got so much Apple shit. I was like, you know what? Fuck they watches. Like I gotta draw.
You
the
gonna have
line.
all they shit and say fuck they
But I
watches.
gotta draw the line somewhere. Like, nigga, I literally have Apple every fucking thing. Like, all right, come on. Like,
You
no.
on Apples right now.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, as much as I like to be anti-Apple.
oh my God, this nigga cannot stand.
You anti everything.
Man, look, I'm about to be anti-Apple because, look, Apple is some snitching ass motherfuckers, bruh.
Yo, that is true.
Apple, y'all be snitching like a motherfucker.
Remember when they Remember when they updated their shit and you can see the messages on your computer and your fucking
That's because y'all
iPod?
motherfuckers didn't know how to use this shit. Getting yourself caught up on some bullshit.
No,
It's
not
not
me.
about knowing how to use it and catch you off guard, and then you gotta combat the shit like, hold up. Hold on, wait a minute.
messages just come on,
Hey, that iMessage shit. I told y'all about the dude who got fucking ruined his whole shit. Okay, so quick story. Fucking at the bar, and the dude, there's a dude at the bar with his wife that I'm talking to. And the dude is texting somebody back and forth, and he's like real heavy into this text conversation. You know what I'm saying? But we just having a good time at the bar. We shooting the shit. And as the conversation goes along, the dude finally tells us what he's been texting about, and he's telling us that his friend who he was just out here with on business, and this is the story. So they're texting back and forth. The guy that's at the bar and his friend. And the friend is telling the guy at the bar how he took a prostitute back to the room and did whatever they did. But the dude woke up the next morning, $10,000 is gone, his Rolex is gone, his wedding ring is on top of a stack of $1 bills.
Typical Vegas.
Right? So
That's what's supposed to happen if you fall asleep on a prostitute.
So the dude got took for 10,000 Rolex.
Okay, there's the Rolex. I'm like, it's usually a Rolex involved when this happens, but okay, there it is.
A bust down.
Right.
I just want to rolling.
So the dude at the bar is the one who the friend is telling this to, right? So they texting back and forth. And in the middle of the conversation, the dude texts a friend, is like, holy shit, my wife just called me. Every text message that we've been sending back and forth, she could see on the computer at home.
Wow.
Yikes.
Right. And like at this point, the dude is getting on the plane to go home.
Wow.
So the wife just read all the text messages about him telling his friend how he just lost $10,000.
Yeah.
His Rolex.
Hooked up with a prostitute.
And a prostitute took his wedding ring and put it on the motherfucking nightstand on top of
his wife shouldn't even said shit. Just let him get home first, as he got the whole plane ride to come up with his story.
Hey, look, Apple.
Yeah, but it ain't no coming back from
I mean,
it's
because
pretty much
you
it
ain't
is
gotta
what
tell
it
her
is.
Yeah, what kind of story you gonna
You ain't gotta tell her.
No, she did what she was supposed to do because that motherfucker gonna have a long flight home.
Oh, that's gotta
That
be the
motherfucker
worst
went
flight in
bullet.
history.
That motherfucker missed 3 flights.
Hey,
So
look,
we ain't taking
what
no
I'm gonna
naps.
tell Apple
I'm glad
is,
I wasn't on the
y'all
plane
think
with
y'all
him.
being progressive if y'all niggas some goddamn snitches. Because even when now, when it damn predicts who's texting you, like, bro, don't try to tell me who's texting me.
Oh yeah, this may be.
Yeah, this no. And then that shit comes up as a name on your phone and everything. Like, this may be. Like, nah, bro. Like, I didn't need you to predict
You know what's,
who
you know
you
what's
think
really
this
fucked
is.
up about it? What's fucked up is they know who texted you. But they just trying to play it off like it might be so.
No,
so,
not always.
but they
Because
know.
I had a shout out to my dude Mizzy. He plugged me with his he
Damn, we
plugged me
saying
with his
name?
Yeah, no, he plugged me with his cousin to do her son's graduation or whatever.
nice.
But his name was brought up in a conversation, and every time she texted me about the gig, it came up as maybe Yo
That's it.
Mizzy. Like, it's not him. But stop trying to guess who the fuck I'm talking to. Stop trying to guess this shit.
Damn snitch.
I'm gonna tell y'all my main gripe with Apple at this point is these terrible ass weak ass motherfucking chargers that they got.
You ain't got enough of them.
The phone
That's been
charges.
the problem.
Man,
I go through a phone charger like every week, man. Real
What's wrong with
talk.
y'all? Y'all ain't got enough phone chargers, man. I got one upstairs, one downstairs, one in the car, and one mobile one. And I had them for years
Yeah,
now.
that's cool. Fuck
That's
all
it?
You
that.
probably got the official joints though.
You only
You
got
the
full-
type to have the official Apple charger.
No,
My
the
joints
one
is
in the
like,
car and the one
No.
upstairs are not official chargers.
See, for me, my unofficial chargers lasting way longer than my official
Yeah?
joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like, them shits is all frayed
once
at the
they
ends.
once they get that little kink,
it's a wrap.
Like my MacBook charger looks shitty. Like to the point where I don't even be wanting to charge my shit in public because that it ain't charging. Cause you don't see that. No, that shit looks terrible.
Wow, cuz.
Hey man, let me get to my week.
How was your week?
It was my goddamn birthday
doesn't
week.
matter.
It was my birthday week, so you know.
That's the
Hey,
best.
happy birthday, Mizzy.
I would love
Yes,
to
sir.
say I've been celebrating all week, but I'd be a goddamn lie. I've officially reached these old ass niggas in the building right now.
That's right.
I'm,
to the club.
I'm officially in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? I'm in,
Your ass was probably
in that
tired.
thing.
You was probably tired on your birthday.
You know, yeah. When you turn 30, you can put your feet in the water and be like, oh, I just turned 30. I'm in the goddamn pool right now. Well, it's goddamn 30 plus people.
30 is the shit, son.
I'm in that motherfucker. But no, it was my birthday week. I ain't really do too much, but this weekend was popping. No, actually, this weekend I got to rest. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't do shit Friday.
Told
I
you,
didn't do
you in your 30s.
damn near do shit all Saturday until Saturday night, and I was pleasantly happy when my gig was over Saturday night to go home and go to sleep.
Hell yeah,
Matter of fact, go home, eat some chicken, and then went
right.
to sleep.
Hell yeah.
I even watched the motherfucking what's his name? Die Hard. Bruce Willis. I watched a Bruce Willis movie before I went to sleep. That really
damn.
made me feel old.
That's living the
which-
motherfucking life right there.
How many people did he kill in this?
And that
particular
one, and
movie?
Death Wish, a lot.
Oh, I ain't seen Death Wish.
Death Wish is Bruce Willis is getting up there. He getting into to the age where you start to pick up any movie that comes your way. It's definitely one of them movies. It's definitely one of them.
I ain't never even heard of it.
It's
Is
not
it on Netflix? I watched that motherfucker. Hey, you,
That's some straight to Netflix shit.
Netflix will have you
It
watch
was
some
not-
terrible ass movies.
It's not a Netflix
real.
movie.
I just watched last week. I watched Tremors 4.
There's a Tremors 4.
There's a. And that's exactly what I
Oh,
said. I was
shit.
like, I gotta watch this motherfucker.
I'm mad my movie
Because
didn't
Tremors
come on
1 and 2 is the
Netflix.
shit. Absolutely.
3 was terrible.
Yeah.
3 got fucking. They both got Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
Right, that's like the dude's son. You know what? It might not be Netflix. It's Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I saw that shit. I was like, oh, this
Close
shit is gonna
enough.
be amazingly horrible. Let me watch every
Amazing.
hour and a half of this shit. And I did, and it
I
was
think
terrible.
I think my movie on Amazon Prime, Easy Money.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. That movie is terrible,
well, Death
but I
Wish-
love it.
He kills a ton of people, and it's a bootleg great movie. It's terrible, but it's great at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, them the movies I like.
Yeah.
What is this Death Wish? I'm on IMDb right now. Like, fuck Bruce Willis. Did what?
But
Yeah,
no.
it was horrible. So I went home, watched that while I was eating some chicken, and then pleasantly fell asleep until damn near it was late to work today. So I mean, living my best birthday weekend.
Hey, welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club.
I
bro.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. I got drunk on my birthday. Had a great birthday dinner. I took my kids to jump. Took them to Sky Zone.
You did.
Took them to Sky Zone. Sky Zone looks completely different, but it's still whack as fuck. Sorry, Sky Zone.
Oh,
Y'all showed me love on my on my little man's birthday a few years back.
So
but-
they ain't gotta be that bad.
Bruh, no, it's bad. Yeah, they
Right.
try to like incorporate and make it dope as everything else is out, but it's not.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, there's a lot of dope shit coming up. So yeah.
yes. Shout out to Gravity.
Definitely.
Exactly. That's exactly
Shout
what
out
I
to
said.
Is
what's it,
Gravity that
Extreme-
spot?
Gravity's that spot, bro.
All right. I
They
just,
got all the Ninja Warrior stuff.
okay. I just
Yeah,
need to know to
yeah.
take somebody kids that I
Yeah,
want
nah,
to
don't take
pretend
them to
like I
Sky
like.
Zone.
Nah, yeah, grab
Okay.
I think what killed it for me with Sky Zone is they have like, so they adapted. If you ever been to Glow Zone, took my
Yeah.
son to Glow Zone, he had fun. They got like the obstacle course. But I guess at Sky Zone, you gotta be a certain height. My son he wasn't tall enough. You know what I'm saying? At Glow Zone, the nigga tall enough. So I'm like, bro, y'all gotta get y'all shit
So he
together.
gonna have-
Y'all not even glowing in the dark over here. What the fuck y'all doing,
need
man?
I need to lower y'all height requirements. Yeah.
Y'all not even
Exactly.
glowing in the. Oh, that's another one. There you go. Glow Zone is another one.
Okay.
You know, enjoy
All right.
that.
Shout out my brother Steve.
Oh, dope.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
your
you're
boy
right, yeah,
spot.
you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he owned a spot. He got a few of them too. He actually franchised it out, so he's
shit,
opening
nice.
them all over the place. Like basically out here, I think he got one in on the East Coast somewhere, Colorado, and another one in Cali too.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's how you do
Shout out my
it.
man Steve.
Franchise.
Shout out to Steve.
I just need to know to take somebody kids just in case I want to pretend like I like somebody.
Yeah,
So
yeah, sounds about right.
Oh my God! If you were bringing your kids around D Money and he's not family,
Facts.
hey, I'm the best person to bring your kids around. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. It's real. It's facts.
D Money, that
Factuals.
uncle, dude. What's up, little nigga?
Factuals. You want to go
DJ?
DJ?
I'm gonna fucking slip your kid some drink.
For real. A little bit ain't gonna hurt him.
Will not.
He be all right.
Yeah. Right. Nah, that's D-Money.
Damn money.
I'll make your kid go to bed on time though. Yeah. What you doing? What your little badass doing up this late?
But yeah, other than that, nah, I ain't gonna lie. I had a great birthday week. Shout out to all my family and friends. You know, definitely got a lot of love as always. I scaled it down this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no more flipping on couches in the strip club.
Nah, hey, shout out to Dwayne, man. He definitely decided to post that picture this year.
Damn, did he?
Yeah, he definitely did on Facebook.
I almost posted it too. That's funny. I almost posted it.
That nigga hit
Yeah,
a
you know.
super front flip
Man.
and passed
That's
the
what the
fuck
swan
out.
dive.
Yes.
And twist.
Man, shout out to
Grand
Lollipops
opening?
for having that,
Yes.
that good old cream suede
cream
couch.
furniture.
Hell yeah.
Grand opening, grand
Yeah,
closing.
That was one of them lazy boy things. That
Yeah.
motherfucker was comfortable. I went right to sleep. That was that thing that used to sit on the side of the DJ booth.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have knocked out on that couch.
For real.
Oh, I knocked that on it for sure.
Was that the time that the cops came and held us up for? I think I got that picture somewhere on Instagram. This nigga KayPlaya sleeping peacefully while I'm ready to go to fuck home.
Yes.
Well, we ain't getting out of here no time soon.
Nope.
Shit, I thought I was going to jail.
I'm gonna sit here quietly.
I'm just blending in with the rest of the crew.
Oh my god, we didn't even get to the goddamn topics yet. How far are we into this goddamn episode?
no.
We're like 30 minutes in.
I'm motherfucker just going
Hey,
in. Ain't
this
got
my
shit to do
brother.
with me. Like I don't want that none of this shit y'all talking about.
This is
So
my
I'm just
birthday
back here.
episode, so you know what I'm saying? We just gonna
But
have
see, the
fun.
thing is, your birthday falls on my anniversary, so
It
like
does.
I'm always
No,
like
your
out of
anniversary
town.
falls on my birthday.
Yeah, your birthday came first. I'll give it to you. You know what I mean?
Let's switch
Nigga,
this
I ain't,
around.
I ain't that old. But they always coincide. So anytime you have some shit at your birthday, like you know what I mean, I'm always like out of
doing the
town
anniversary
or
thing.
some shit going on.
And
so.
your wedding is a whole nother story in itself.
Oh yeah,
We'll say that for later.
the money ass. Yeah.
D money again.
I
When
don't
it came through with the
know why I do
clutch.
this shit. My sister was saying my sister and my brother-in-law's goddamn anniversary is on my birthday. Like literally, they came to my birthday party. Like I had a Daddy Max and they made it official at my birthday party. Why the fuck would y'all do that shit?
Yeah.
And that was
That
another
is
terrible
crazy.
birthday. She got cursed the whole crowd out. And decided to smash cake in my face. I was wearing all white. I was pissed off. The fuck is your
Like,
goddamn problem?
we got you.
And it was sponsored. Shout out to my homie James. He was working at Sean's at the time. He sponsored my outfit in there. And I'm like, damn, I ain't get to take a picture in this whole
Yeah, you had on real
smash cake in
Sean
my
John?
face. Yeah, all white Sean John outfit. You know, I was feeling godly on my birthday.
Like
And
love
smash
don't
cake in my
cost a
face. I
thing.
thought it
Real
was funny.
Sean John?
Hell yeah.
I was upset for like 5 minutes, and I got over and drank some more, and I was straight after that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, needless to say, my birthday's usually wild. I definitely scaled it down this year. You know, but anyways, let's get into some goddamn topics since we only have like time for one now.
Shit.
Always get into music. You know, Kanye West has been a topic of discussion for like 5 weeks running.
What?
It feels like.
Damn.
Who calling us?
You niggas
That was it in the motherfucker.
You
So
know what?
what?
Shit.
I'm trying to see if I know who
Oh,
called.
you know.
Kanye West has been the topic of discussion.
Motherfuckers, come on, let's get it together, man.
No, I don't.
No, we ain't gonna get it
I
together. This is
wasn't- I
fun.
was just looking. Anyway.
Kid Cudi and Kanye West dropped their joint album, Kids See Ghosts.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Ghosts. You should put an S on the end of that because it's definitely with an S.
Man, they can't see this. All right.
Ghostesses.
I can see
Show me.
it. Ghostesses. They can see, kids can see ghostesses.
Another great job by Kanye. Like he's really been delivering
Hop off the
on this.
nutsack.
Hey, man, okay. Swinging from the Kanye tree. Definitely swinging from the Kanye tree. Great job, him and Kid Cudi. They did it again.
He did it again.
Yeah,
No legendary one and only.
Keeping that magic rolling. You know what I'm saying? A great 7-song
Bro, you being
project.
serious or
you
you
know?
being sarcastic right
A
now?
little
I
bit of
can't
both.
tell.
They did it.
No,
I liked
he's
it a little.
Yeah.
They did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Super on Kid Cudi for a minute. I like how they put it together. It's real vibey. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good listen. I rocks with it.
I listened to it all the way through. I got through it twice. You know, another 7-song joint. So I'll probably listen to it a couple more days, which would equal to like 20 or 30 plays. 7 songs. Even in one song, they had like that Drake intro, but it was an outro with the old dude talking. The song don't need to be no more than 3 minutes anyways. And the song was only like 2 minutes and 33 seconds. But yeah, I mean, I forgot how weird Kid Cudi is. So I mean, it's Kid Cudi. I mean, some more. I mean, honestly, I'm pleasantly happy with Kanye West. I mean, this is the what is it? The third run we've had in him now.
Yeah.
We got a verse
It's the third
on Pusha
installment.
T. We got his album, and now this joint. Huh? That
Yeah.
makes sense. There you go. That sounds stupid at first, but it makes sense.
It right.
With Kid Cudi, I'm liking the Kanye I'm hearing. I mean, I'm not gonna deny I'm not on the Kanye boat. Matter of fact, isn't tonight the night that he is gonna make the Family Feud joint? I need to watch that too.
Yeah,
I think that premieres. I think that airs
they
today.
doing like a
I think
whole.
it's on right now. It's like 8:00,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
They doing like a
while we're
whole
recording this.
game show, like Sunday
Yeah,
night.
because the
game
Curry's is
show
on it too. I need to see the
thing.
Curry's. You know, I'm a Steph Curry
They
and
on family.
Aisha.
They on Family Feud. The
yeah.
Kardashians. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I feel like, for all the bullshit that Kanye West and for the reason that, KayPlaya hates him right now, I feel like he's getting back to Kanye West, honestly. I feel like through him coming back out, and he had his little outburst, but I feel like he's starting to get back on track through the music of becoming the Kanye West that he was and evolving from there. That's in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak for KayPlaya. In my opinion, No, I'm just saying. In my opinion, because I'm on the same wavelength as KayPlaya. I don't agree with everything he says, but I feel like Kanye was on some bullshit. His statements was some bullshit. Nigga was still on some crazy shit. I felt like he didn't come back all the way right, but through his music,
I see that.
I feel like what I'm saying. That's the Kanye that I was hoping came
I feel
out
like
of all this. You know what I'm saying?
regardless of all the crazy shit going on in his personal life or the stuff that going on
He's
on
separating it from the music.
TMZ and all that, it's not affecting his music though.
At all. Yeah.
His music is still fire. I mean, because when we paying attention to Kanye, I know like your thing is you don't separate the artist from their personal life. If you tie them both together, like it's gonna be some problems with Kanye. But musically, if you completely ignore all the statements that he's making and just focus purely on his music, I think that his music is still legitimate. I mean, you can still listen to it and still hear the old Kanye in his music.
Yeah, shout out to my homegirl. She put a post up. She was like, I'm thoroughly against everything Kanye, but fucking Pandora decided to play a new Kanye, and I'm secretly vibing out to Kanye right now.
And that shit is fire.
So, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I was hoping that it wasn't going to be that Kanye who's in the... And even still, ever since he started dropping music, you haven't heard anything crazy from Kanye.
Not really, nah.
Which
Me
makes
too.
you question
Right.
what was the motivation.
No, I feel like music may be his therapy. Like, I got that shit out, bro. I'm back to my...
I kind of wish didn't happen, that he kind of like tried to rationalize some of the things that he was doing on like blaming them on behaviors. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, I got this disorder, so I need to take these drugs. Like, I'm on this bipolar tip. Like, I really wish he could have, like, if that's really, really how you feel, like, don't use a sickness or whatever to try to justify it. Like, just really be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make dope music and have controversial opinions.
I agree and I disagree. I feel like, I mean, obviously, dealing with depression, dealing with his mom dying, dealing with bipolarness, and his random outburst that he was having. That's a little Kanye right there. My bad. Kanye and Kid Cudi makes his appearance. When you have people who are like definitely dealing with illnesses, what he was trying to get across is more the fact that I think he's finally found the balance between the drugs that he has to take. I mean, some people you really need it to balance themselves out. Like, or else you're gonna have them random ass outbursts, and you're gonna have the depression, and you're gonna be hospitalized, and because you just can't function normally or normal enough for society for you not to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can see that. I'm just
happy the music is good. That's what I'm happy
I
about.
always felt like the music was gonna be good.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it was a little suspect. Lately, it
was not a statement at all.
I mean, I heard his original album is not what we actually heard though. The one that was released. So he switched it up. Like after his outburst, and he actually had people in his corner, like letting him know that like what you're doing and what you're saying is not right. Like you can't do this shit.
His wife made a goddamn statement like, "Look, that's my husband, but we do not agree on the shit that he's saying."
Yeah,
right
she
now.
got to separate herself from that.
Even the life of Pablo was Saint Pablo. Like he very fluid, liquid. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you had to go back.
Releases his stuff.
Now you analyze it as that. When you got to understand when the life of Pablo came out, though, we didn't really. I mean, we knew Kanye was crazy, but we wasn't thinking about him as mentally disordered and depressed. Like we wasn't thinking about it like that until afterwards. Like, damn, this nigga. Until he went on tour to promote the album. Like, damn, this nigga was in another space. Like, his head is fucked up right now. We didn't think about it.
I mean, to me, you
afterwards.
can't really be mad at it though. Like at least he's coming out and letting you know what's happening in his life. You know, so the way that he's acting, or if he's like doing some shit that you consider wild, at least he's like being open with who he is because he's a public figure, right? So I mean, people look up to him, believe it or not. You know, people out there looking up to Kanye West. So if he's wilding out, you know, like he has to. I mean, he can't just let.
even like
that ride.
Even like that overseas interview when he was talking in like that crazy ass voice. He's just like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? You know what I'm saying?
Be like that Kardashian curse.
Did he cut his Golden Lord haircut yet?
I mean, but look, you got all these.
That's the last thing. Hey, Kanye, that's the last thing I need from you. You got to get rid of the Golden Lord's haircut.
Kanye Lord.
This is not Meteor Man, bro. You got to get rid of that. Hey, talking about, we didn't even say that. Were we talking about that shit on here? I'm fucking getting drunk now.
No, I don't think so.
Was that on the podcast?
It might have been.
Was it on the podcast? The movies. We were just talking about movies. Was that
we didn't talk
afterwards?
about. Wait, damn, I can't remember.
We were just talking about Bruce Willis. Was that on the podcast or off the podcast?
No, that was on the podcast.
On the podcast. Okay.
Bruce Willis.
That's
shit
like
that
10
we
minutes ago.
Yeah, okay.
The Bruce Willis shit that we was just talking about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay.
It's
It was on the
this
podcast. Okay, cool.
God
So,
Wait, hold on. Wait,
It was like 10 minutes ago. We got
Bruce Willis.
Yes,
I said my
motherfucker.
birthday shit, man. I said
Watching the movies.
Death Wish. Oh my God.
What the fuck is going on here?
Wait, what's
Yo,
going
all
on?
right. What's it? All right, first off, what's in this white Henny?
I ain't even
What is on this white Henny?
No.
Don't blame it on Whitey because he had
No,
that.
you know why I'm fucked up? You know why? I'm gonna tell you exactly why I'm fucked up.
He's like, who is Bruce Willis?
Y'all saying Bruce Willis? Oh shit! And I'm like Bruce Wayne. Ain't nobody said nothing about no Batman.
Nigga, that's even worse. That's not a good explanation. Like, what the fuck? What is going on?
I know. I'm just saying. That's where my hand was.
Are you here? President? Do we need to take roll?
Hey, Ron.
Back to my
Oh
point.
man.
Speaking about great horrible movies, go watch Meteor Man. That shit is a great terrible ass.
movie.
That shit was terrible.
Terrible.
That shit was terrible, bro.
No,
Come on.
that shit was not terrible. Hell
That
no.
movie was
Just
terrible.
terrible. Just Blank Man.
No.
Blake Man, what I was thinking of. Blake Man was the shit. Now Blake Man was the motherfucking shit.
Y'all niggas better watch y'all mouth. Meteor Man, Blake Man was not
I mean, shout out to
terrible
Robert
movies.
Townsend, but fucking
What?
Blake Man was the shit. You can't sleep on
Yeah,
that.
come on, son.
Yeah, I think the problem is like you try to watch old movies today, like with the same mentality that you had back then. You're not gonna appreciate it today the same way you appreciated it back then.
Because you want to talk about movies like that. Boomerang is a great movie, period, overall, made back then. No,
Yeah.
those are meant to be terrible movies, even back then. They're terrible, great movies.
Yeah, I don't want to watch
Nobody
it.
took Meteor Man or fucking Blake Man serious when it was
It was a
making
comedy.
No, it was comedy, but they were
comedies.
terrible. They were terrible
No,
comedies.
shit
great.
was not
That shit
terrible.
was
son.
Classic. Classic. The fact that it's 2018 and we still talk about that shit. Classic.
With what I think about Tremors 4. That's some terrible shit.
No,
that you
Tremors
wanna watch.
4 is some other shit.
You ain't even
Okay,
seen it.
exactly.
Hey, you ain't even seen
Exactly.
it. They could
My
have been dead
point
ass serious in that movie. It's not like a
Anyway, so,
Sharknado.
I ain't seen it.
And get into that.
No, those are meant to be terrible movies. What I'm saying is these is good movies, but they were just terrible. Like,
No, the hell they not, son.
man, look.
Back to Kids See Ghosts.
Yes.
I didn't. I tried to listen to it. So
What happened?
My initial problem was when I was the most motivated to listen to it. It was only on Apple Tidal.
Okay.
It came out on something first.
Okay.
Y'all remember? I don't know. Like what date was it supposed to come
I'm
out?
quite
The
sure
10th.
it been on title.
Whatever the date it dropped, it only dropped on Apple or Tidal.
Exclusive.
One of them shit. Yeah.
Got you.
And
No,
then-
it might have been Spotify. It wasn't Spotify.
No, it wasn't Spotify for sure, because I got Spotify. So I was looking for it, and
Damn,
it wasn't there.
with them beefing, it was still dropped on title
He said
exclusive.
he thinks he
Well, it was
one.
either Tidal or Apple.
One of the
Because
two.
you know, it was Apple Music, but it wasn't on. You couldn't buy it off iTunes because I went to grab it.
Okay.
and it wasn't.
Okay,
on
so
iTunes.
yeah, it was on.
So it was Apple
okay, so it was
Music.
Apple Music
Yeah.
exclusive. So when I was like, all right, I'm about to sit down, I'm about to listen to this shit. I had my headphones in and everything. I'm about to dissect this shit. I'm about to listen to the music. I load up fucking Spotify. Right. That shit wasn't there. So in that moment when I felt like I had the most available time to listen to, I mean, like I said, I fucking been DJing my ass off this week. So I sat down. It was like, all right, I'm about to listen to this shit. And it wasn't there. And it wasn't there until Saturday. So the Saturday came, I only fucking had like in between gigs. I didn't have that much time, so I'll come on, clean a little bit, so I'd press play on it. But while I pressed play on it, I was doing other shit, so I didn't really get the opportunity to really listen to it and dissect it. As far as the sound of it, sonically, it sounded pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I would check in every once in a while, like, damn, this shit sound pretty dope. But I didn't listen to it dope enough to give an honest review on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't listening to it close enough.
I think it was a great introduction back into Cudi. I hope Cudi.
Now that they back cool.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, they was tripping out for a second.
True.
I just hope Kid Cudi stay on his shit.
He, for the most part, is just hopefully get that drug shit under control because some of these be wilding, yo.
They need to get a lot of shit under control over there on that camp. But
see, and I've never really been a major Cudi fan.
Like I haven't either.
I ain't gonna
So
say he's
that's why I said
overrated,
that's why I said originally I forgot how weird the Kid Cudi is. That was my first initial. Like I forgot how weird he was.
I mean, he went like super left. Like they made the Wizard album, the WZRD album, which is literally like good guitar riffs.
Yeah.
And him fucking crooning and singing and shit. Which was like, it was some cool. You had to really be in that lane to hear the coolness of some of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I know you rock with Cudi.
Yeah.
Right? But I know to this day, I've never, for what it's worth, I've never listened to a full Kid Cudi project on its own. He's just one of them artists, like if I hear him featured on something, I'm like, yo, shit, Kid Cudi is dope. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he literally, like, he popped out of nowhere because I was like, yo, who sings this Day and Night record? Some dude named Kid Cudi. And I was like, yo, this is like the dopest shit. Then to find out, like, he's like on kind of the wave on that depression tip, you know, like.
I mean, yeah, shit. He influenced my favorite Kanye album is 808 and Heartbreaks. I know that's unpopular opinion, but that's my favorite Kanye album. And he had a lot to do with that shit.
I always thought that album was dope, but a lot of people like hate that album. Probably because it was super left. The Kanye album.
It wasn't typical yet.
That probably get on my nerves the most is Yeezus.
I can't do
Yeah, like I was like, what the fuck this nigga doing? You know?
I know everybody was like, yeah, 10 years from now, you'll get it.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, no.
But
now that we pushing 10 years, still don't get it.
But then stepping, like, the life of Pablo, like, hooked me back in. Like, then some, I was just like, yo, this nigga is, like, he just innovative. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he try to find the next wave. You know what I'm saying? He try to bring the next wave to the masses. Like, that's my opinion on how Kanye really tried to do that shit.
You know, speaking about that camp, we're gonna revisit the beef since we finally got some insight on what actually happened. You know, we kind of commented last time that hopefully we get a Drake response before the weekend, which was last week, which it did not happen.
Damn, man.
So, but we got insight into it. Jay Prince kind of shut the whole thing down, and, you know, he went on his whole separate press run. So, I mean, I guess it's a true statement that
you took the
he
word.
literally shut the beef down.
Yeah, we kind of touched on it at the end of the last podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was like breaking news
as we were filming the podcast.
You broke that.
But, I mean, shit, real talk. So, I guess we can expect that there will be no response from Drake. I guess he's just gonna move forward with pushing his Scorpion album, and the beef is what it is. And I know if we stopping it where it is now,
Pusha T took the W. Absolutely,
gotta give the W to Pusha.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. But with saying that, Pusha T definitely did take the W. I know we kind of touched on it, but it was like within the beef conversation and the response or whatever. Now that we get to sit and settle the fact that we're not going to get a response and we got people stepping in now and making executive decisions, do y'all feel like, I mean, the reason why the decision was made was because everybody is kind of in agreement that Pusha T took it too far. Do y'all feel that way?
Absolutely.
Pusha T took it too far.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Pusha T took what he said in the song too far.
No, not at all. I don't feel like. I say The rule is, if you're in a fight, there are no rules.
Yeah.
All right, so you
But they're not
got
in
to
a fight,
pick
though,
up
they're in
and
a
throw
battle.
whatever it is. I mean, but I'm just using it as an analogy.
Yeah, I
Miz.
got you.
You know, I mean,
yeah,
so
just the
so to me, like if they going through like this rap battle, like all the cards are on the table, so you could throw in there and talk about whatever it is that you want, especially when it's breaking news to the public. You know, that's like some juicy info. I think it'd be a different situation if they had like a personal relationship and he started putting out shit that he told him in confidentiality. You know, that'd be a completely different situation. To me, that would be fucked up. But shit that he was able to dig up on Drake, who he's currently beefing with,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
like
true.
anything goes. Anything goes. And the rules go both ways. Drake has the liberty to go look at Pusha and see anything in his background,
Right.
talk about it, rap about it, you know, just try to embarrass the dude or whatever it is, you know. I mean, but you know, like Pusha said, it's like once you made it personal, it's like, okay, you open the doors for us to go there by, you know, talking about Pusha's fiance or whatever. You know?
I
So-
kind of think he was gonna say all that stuff regardless, but it was just like more of a validation to really, really, really go there. And I don't see nothing wrong with the battle, except like, damn, why you had to do 40 like that? Like my honest gut is like, I ain't worried about nothing else he said, but it's like, damn, man, that 40 shit is just, that shit is just cold.
He's a bystander.
That
He's
shit
a
is
bystander.
honestly, in my
Sometimes the
opinion-
bystander catch him too, though. You know.
In my opinion, he did take it too far because what Drake did with his fiance was creative and clever. He didn't straight go at his fiance.
I mean,
He
said her
said
name.
it in a way that wasn't like, you know, you had to really be a Drake and a Pusha T fan to even catch it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, at the same time,
Yeah,
how you
nobody
gonna
knew that
nobody-
was his fiance.
Yeah,
how you gonna
exactly.
how you gonna tell a man how
But
to
that's,
feel
but that's what
about
I'm
his
saying.
wife
Yeah,
though?
yeah, yeah.
you
But that's what
know?
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's creative in the battle. I feel like I said, I mean, and this is me not being no Drake stan or nothing like that, because I said this in the last
It
episode.
was last episode.
No, I mean the way I can. What I said then is what I said now. If I was a Drake fan, I would. If I was a Drake fan, I would be saying that Drake won the battle. I just said Pusha T won. Yeah.
See,
Nah, I
see,
feel
KayPlaya
like-
gonna have to go back and get the clip.
Right.
Go get the clip.
Player got the juice, boy.
With the clips, boy.
Nah, I mean, I feel like I said, what Drake was doing was actually like battling and being creative and throwing in those shots subtly. You know what I'm saying? It was within a rap battle form.
Drake
and Pusha
thought-
T went on a record just to try to like tell on somebody and just be like, his shit wasn't in rap form to me.
Drake thought this shit was Meek Mill 2.0, and then he realized real quick.
No, he
that
was in a battle.
These,
He did.
These niggas are
Whether
real.
it was, I mean, because you could look at it.
What Kevin Hart say?
No.
These niggas are real.
Nah, I mean, you could look at it. You could look at it as like, even when Jay-Z and Nas is battling, it was all in rap form. Like, their bars made sense. Everything fucking rhymed and fit in, whatever. Pusha T's rap, still to this day, I listen to it all. I still feel like it's great. But to me, it's still like, I'm throwing shots versus the more than me trying to rap. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
throwing.
it made sense. He had bars.
And it rap.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
has-
it ain't
made
like
the
he
shit
was just out there
right.
talking.
it felt like it at times. It felt like it
It
at
wasn't
times.
like-
Like,
Niggas
some
rapping.
shit was open-ended. Like, okay, well, that,
It
that
wasn't
didn't
like-
really flow with the last
it
shit,
wasn't
but
like,
okay.
bitch, you
Yeah,
fat
that
motherfucker.
Or the Jay Prince one. Yeah. Bird, Puffy, you touch my family, I'ma touch yours.
I'm not gonna touch that at all.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, y'all don't know what I'm talking
Nope.
about?
Absolutely
Anyways, moving on. Back to what I was saying. I definitely feel like he took it too. I definitely felt like he took it too far. And most that's supposed to
You
people
smack
sentiments.
Drake
And
like
basically,
a Red and Stimpy episode.
And
I'ma
what-
smack
and what I
your
mean by
family
that-
like a Red and
Somebody's
Stimpy
mic is
episode.
gonna be.
man, muted, right? And
You gotta excuse
basically-
the money. He a little drunk right now. and Shit, with his random references right now.
Thank y'all for saving my life.
And basically, even outside of that, from what Jay Prince said, it was only gonna get worse from there. Like, because
yeah.
because
I
he
mean, how
went-
much worse
because-
was it gonna get though?
No,
I mean,
because Pusha T went to that level, it made Drake like, okay, dude, I thought we was on some rap battle shit. I'm being clever. If you want to dig some shit up and you just want to take straight shots, like,
I
okay,
mean,
then I'm ready.
in the
But I still-
in the
That-
beginning
I mean,
of Pusha T's joint though, I mean, he kind of gives that a disclaimer though. It's like, okay, you made it personal, so I mean, fuck
But
all this
I
rap
feel-
shit. Put that to the side. So if we going personal, here we go. Then he
But I'm
starts spitting
saying,
his
but
bars.
do you feel like Drake's rap was was
I mean, when you talking about his
warranted.
fiance,
I mean,
I
his
mean,
shit- I mean,
that could
Like I
be.
said, it wasn't
Okay,
a straight out. You keep saying like he took a straight out shot at his fiance.
I mean, he did.
not.
He says
he
her
said it
fucking
never put
name.
her name
Okay,
in
so
it.
Like-
okay, so this is what I'll say.
He should
I
have
didn't
put her name in it.
Specifically speaking on Pusha's fiance, I personally didn't think it was disrespectful, right?
No.
Like, yeah, he mentioned her name. That's cool, but it ain't like he was throwing dirt on her name. He just mentioned her name in a bar. Now, aside from that, well, what I'm saying is, if we're looking only at that, Pusha definitely crossed the line. Like, fam, if you using that as the reason to release all this info, you definitely crossed the
But
line. Like,
here's
you
my-
was waiting for a motherfucker to say
here's-
something
Give
just
me a
for
reason.
you to be like, yep,
Here's
that's why
my
I'm
rebuttal.
doing
Here's
this.
my rebuttal though. How you gonna tell somebody else how to feel about somebody mentioning their fiance's
No, I mean,
name?
obviously you can't, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a justifiable question.
But that's-
I'm just saying, realistically speaking,
Realistically speaking,
Drake didn't throw no dirt on her name, right? And to the average rap fan, nobody knows who he was referencing, right? So that was a shot between them two, which is what they've been doing.
Yeah, and this is
Right,
the other.
now,
That's the
I
other
think-
fact right there. What you just said. This is something they've been doing.
Yeah, I think Pusha escalated it by saying, "Oh, you gonna call?
Yeah.
You gonna say my fiance's
Yeah.
name?" And then motherfuckers was
Went
like,
back
"Well, shit,
and
what's
looked-
your
yeah,
what's your
yeah.
fiance's
I mean,
name?" So then now
don't-
you gotta go back and listen.
don't
Yeah,
tap me
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
chin and then I'll fucking knock
See,
the
but
shit
that's
out
what
of you.
I'm
And then
saying
you
is nobody
and we
knows
in a
that
fight.
that's
You know
his
what I'm saying?
fiance's name
And
until
then
he says,
Yeah.
"Oh, you mentioned my fiance's name."
And then, like I said, from what he said, even on the infrared, like when him taking a subtle. Number one, you got to remember, Pusha T is the one who instigated this again on infrared. Like, obviously, he wasn't talking about nobody but fucking Drake.
But
On
at the
guy-
same time,
no,
if
not
you
but at the same time.
if you follow the pattern of how this shit been going,
Yeah, I mean, they've been
it's
doing
been
it. Yeah,
coming
yeah.
on albums. So
But
the
this is
Drake
what-
last album, he was dissing Pusha T.
But this is
so
what I'm saying,
this
though.
is
But it's
Pusha
been-
T's latest project.
But this has been subtle though. This is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
this is the whole thing. Like Pusha T is the first month, and that's what Jay Prince was saying why he stepped in, because he heard the response that Drake was gonna put out, and like, okay,
Allegedly.
now because allegedly, now because you crossed this line, Drake is willing to cross the line even further, and now what he feeling like, especially with Jay Prince being his big homie, is like, okay, this gonna get ugly, because don't get it twisted, Pusha T don't come from no sucker ass shit, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, ain't no
Yeah,
wasn't
now,
no suckers
now,
in this.
yeah, exactly. Now we crossing a line to where
it can turn into
motherfuckers
some
is
street
getting, yeah. When we see each other, it's gonna be back on some Meek Mill Safari shit. Like, bro, I'm not playing with you. Like, now you out here releasing shit, you saying shit, and you saying shit back to me, and now it's like, nah, bro, now we can't even coexist. That's basically what he was saying. Why he stopped? What I felt, what I got from it. That's why he felt the need to stop the battle, is because like, now everybody is willing to cross that line. Like, everybody's willing to push the line further.
Let the lines be crossed, though.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so
What is the
I will-
problem? We talking like gunplay here,
No,
or
no, no, well, I
where is
will
this
say,
going? I mean,
I am 100% here for the rap disrespect.
right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So even with me saying push across the line, let it be clear, I ain't got a problem with that.
Nah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That, round of a fucking applause. Yes, you.
I don't even
did.
feel he crossed the line. I feel he may have escalated the situation.
Okay, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We
He
can say
escalated it, but he didn't
definitely
cross the
raised-
line.
he
Like, once it
raised.
becomes personal, there is no line.
Yeah,
Like, this is
okay,
what I'm
but-
saying. In the
but let's
battle,
take
there
it-
is no
Okay,
lines.
but let's take it to what I'm saying is there is no lines, but as a
Lyrically,
lyrically, yeah, no, there is no lines, but there's a way to do it in battle form and to keep it on wax. Like I said, the perfect example is Jay-Z and Nas. You can get personal as you want to, you can get hard as you want to, but keep it lyrical and keep it on wax. Because then you go back to the Biggie and Tupac shit. When you start to get fucking personal and you get other people's feelings involved, because that's what you gotta understand. Is it's Pusha and it's Kanye and it's Drake and it's 40 and whatever, but what you gotta understand, especially with the following that Drake has, other people get emotional, other people get caught up in shit, and that's when other shit happens.
True. I mean, but we do gotta remember Jay-Z took that personal route too. He just ended up apologizing for that shit.
Super personal.
I
mean, even-
that shit was like, God damn, this shit went, this
I
shit
mean,
went left
even
real
the
quick.
you know what with you know who. Let's keep that between me and you. Like, damn.
Yeah.
But at least the general public didn't know
Shit.
until Super Ugly.
Shit.
I mean, it was left up to speculation. Like, you like, oh shit, Jay saying he did this and
Speculation,
that,
my ass. But Jay-Z being who he was, that was the setup.
I mean, obviously, and then he released that shit. But I mean,
That was the setup. That was the ace in the hole. Jay-Z was like, it was like, all right, man, What can you get me with that's more disrespectful
Than what I got for you.
than my ace that
mean,
I
I think
dropped?
They're like, hey, fam,
You know?
fall
Yeah.
back because
I think-
I can hit you with some shit if
Yeah,
you want to go there.
exactly.
I think our sentiments are all the same though. Like I wish the battle would have kept going, but I understand.
Definitely.
I understand why it needed to end, and everybody is pretty much in agreement that if it ends right here, Pusha T won the battle.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
I understand Jay Prince.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you got money in this shit, bro.
And I'm still
Exactly.
and I'm still in my sentiment. No more slick talk, Drake. Just
See, but
nice.
that's what I'm interested to see.
I don't want to hear that
'Cause when
slick talk. I don't want to hear no fucking subliminals.
Yeah.
I'm skipping to the next track soon as
yeah,
I hear that.
yeah,
shit. I
yeah.
don't wanna hear that
No
shit, Drake.
slick drop,
Like you
subliminal Drake.
forfeited any
Yeah.
and every opportunity to say some slick shit about
out-
anybody ever in
You
the
out,
rap game.
you out here giving
Right.
away
I'm
all
honestly,
this,
no,
all
you
this
know what?
money in
You know
Florida.
what?
Come take care of your damn
Yeah,
kids.
I was on that.
Allegedly.
I was on that until Jay Prince came out. I wouldn't mind hearing the subtle shots back from Drake, like even if he was on some slick
No,
shit,
you
like
can't. You can't be settled if your OG got to step in.
why?
and-
Why? Because the whole thing is, you know why? You know why I said the only reason why I'm here for the subtle shit, if he does come back on the album with the shit, is because from Jay Prince's own mouth and his words, like I said, allegedly Drake's diss was already ready and ready to go. The only way that you can ever respond back is if you re-record some shit and back off. And like, how can you do that as an artist? If I already put this together and I rap whatever I felt, like I can't come back and be like, on some softer shit, like,
because your
let
big
me pull
homie
back.
told you not to. That's how.
Yeah, that shit
No, I'm
like-
saying,
that
but
shit is weak.
I'm just saying, as a rapper though,
That's like-
I'm either gonna release it or I'm not. I'm not
That's
gonna.
like
I'm not
talking.
gonna.
That's like me talking shit to somebody who's standing behind Mike Tyson, like "fuck you, bitch ass nigga." Like and the nigga
No,
run up
that's
over
a
me and Mike
terrible-
Tyson beat their ass.
That's a terrible analogy.
It's not a
That's
terrible analogy. It's the same thing.
No, because that.
if you supposed to squash it, if you supposed to squash everything because somebody else said so, then how you gonna sit up here and talk some more shit on the slick? This shit's supposed to be
no,
squashed.
because-
I don't want to hear that shit.
No, because when I'm gonna take it
Shit's
as
supposed to be squashed.
no, when I'm gonna take it as on some real street shit. If we in the fucking, I'm gonna take this rap battle and put it into the streets. If we on some fucking street shit and you pop off some shit, we start fucking fighting, and the big homie come in between and be like, "Yo, squash this shit right now." Whatever.
And then you
That-
sneak-
no,
and then you
no,
sneak
no,
diss
it's
me
not. No, it's
again.
not sneak dissing. If I see you again, that don't mean I'm not gonna have shit to say to you. I'm gonna keep it cool.
It's supposed to
but
be
nigga-
squashed, right?
No,
but if you sneak
no,
this,
it's
but
just.
so if you sneak this me again, then I go off on you
That's
again.
not, but it's not sneak dissing. If I'm mentioning you, like,
yeah,
bro,
if you
I
miss,
still don't
if
like
you,
your,
you
I
not
still don't
supposed-
like your bitch
you
ass. That's not a
cannot
sneak
like,
diss.
You cannot like me, but don't say shit about me, dog. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
he can't speak on
You
Pusha
can't
ever.
speak
Yeah.
on. You can't say push it.
I don't believe that at all. But
Because
that's me.
then you sneak dissing. Now you
not
sneak
sneak
dissing.
dissing.
Now it's on.
Sneak dissing means
Now
I'm
it's
trying
back
to
on.
So you
now
okay
you
with
disrespecting
Drake
your big homie.
throwing shots at Pusha, even though he didn't directly respond. Like, you cool with that?
Absolutely.
If that's the case,
I'm
put
on
this
it. No.
career in. Put this career in escalating.
You might as well drop the
This
track.
record,
then.
yeah,
you might as well
put
drop
it
that
out.
shit.
I
If
mean,
you gonna do
I'm
that-
in agreement with y'all. I really feel like you should still drop the track. I'm not saying that he should not drop the track. I'm
I
saying
wish he
if
would've
you got
dropped the
somebody,
track.
if you got somebody,
would love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm here for
But
the
if you
bullshit.
not
I
gonna
don't get it
do-
twisted. I'm here for the
But
bullshit.
the point is,
I'm here for the
if
bullshit.
you're not gonna drop the track,
No.
then you can't say nothing.
Bruh,
you
I'm
can't
talking-
say that
Yeah,
nigga's
you
name.
gotta sweep that
Hey,
shit
Yeah,
under the
yeah,
rug,
you guys
fam.
let it all go.
No.
When you see
No.
that
If
nigga,
you say, I'm saying,
when
if you
see that
think if
nigga
you
in
saying
the
that shit
street-
is squash and that shit is squash,
Yeah,
you
when
can't
see that
keep
nigga
on
in the
pushing
streets,
it.
You just
No.
gotta look at that nigga.
You
and keep it
can't
moving.
say nothing else. Yeah,
You can't.
you may
can't
not
say
fuck with
nothing.
him, but if you don't fuck with him, don't
You
say
just-
shit when
yeah,
you see
just-
him.
Just
Right.
don't
You know
just
what I
look
mean?
at that
Right.
nigga, keep it
Oh,
moving.
you do your thing, I
'Cause
do
y'all shit
mine.
is
We know what it
squashed.
is.
Like if you sneak dissing, okay, then it's on.
Yeah, no, shit, we pick right back up.
Yeah.
Back up.
We back story
Surgical
of Out of Down
summer,
Part
yeah,
2.
surgical summer.
Come
Part
right back
two.
at that.
I mean, I feel it from both ways. I'm just saying, I don't feel like you can tell a man what he feel in his heart. If I can't drop the diss track, like,
true, yeah.
and my whole thing is, what you also got to speak on, nigga. Someone made you silent. Like,
Yeah.
if you putting your project together, like, and what I say, I'm not gonna call it sneak this. And if I feel like addressing the situation in a clever way, like, man, I was not able to respond because of this, and this, and you say some shit that you feel like is slick, I'm not gonna be mad at it because that's what the fuck I'm feeling in my heart right now. That's what, especially because it wasn't his idea to not drop the shit.
I mean, it wasn't
You know what I'm saying?
it wasn't either one of them ideas.
If you in the creative mode and you telling me like, bruh, I was
you
silenced, I'm
expressing-
still gonna find some way
yeah.
to get some shit off. Like, bruh, I needed to get some shit off. Like,
but you not supposed to. Now
why?
you being disrespectful because your OG said you can't say nothing.
No, he told him don't drop that track, that
because
disrespectful ass track. That's different.
You're not supposed to get in the slot. It's the same thing.
You want that whole shit dead.
Yeah.
You want the whole thing dead.
I mean, I see what you're saying on that.
Pusha's in the same boat. Like, he's on the track with Kid Cudi and Kanye, and he don't say nothing. Like, he would have loved to kept that going.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it is what it is. Let's get to some lighter shit. Lighter shit, man. I want to say lighter shit. Damn, how am I gonna word this shit now? Gotta go with the Golden Knights first, man. They lost.
Oh yeah,
that's not really lighter,
but
so I mean, I was thinking about the other team, but you can't go back and forth.
That part about the Golden Knights being resilient, I'll still stick with that. Like, they really came out Game 5, guns blazing, trying their hardest, but man, it's just some things that they need to tweak on their team, just to really make it a championship level.
Definitely got to say it's still a rookie team.
True.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is a real life 30 for 30. This should never happen before. And it's dope as hell, But I mean, it just sucks to get this close, and not finish it off because you don't never know.
Yeah. I
when
mean,
you can get this close again.
We about to talk about them next, but I'm a basketball dude. I know Hugh a basketball dude too. Like, so I can only equate it to basketball, but you got rookie teams that make the playoffs all the time, and then they fall apart when you get to a veteran team. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like, you can be that damn good. Or even like with LeBron James right now, like, you can be that damn good, but if your team is full of rookies and shit, like, bruh, your ass is gonna get torn apart by some veterans. Absolutely.
I think the Golden Knights, they thing was just a style thing. Washington was good enough to take away what the Golden Knights do best, but the Golden Knights wasn't. And I'll say it like this: physicality wasn't really a part of the Golden Knights game. You know what I'm saying? And in order to beat the Capitals. Yeah. Or even win the Stanley Cup, you got to bring a little bit more physicalness to what they brought.
You really know. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like all of these guys ain't been in the league, but it's still different. This is their first year playing together. You know what I'm saying? Still, that's undeniable. No matter how long each individual has been in the league, you still only been playing with this dude for less than a year. Not even a year. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a full calendar year. It hasn't even been that. We talking about a full season. You know what I'm saying? That's not enough time for you to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and luckily they meshed the way they did and they was able to get so far. But I mean, just imagine how good they would be if they had a couple years under their belt. You know what I'm saying?
To a certain extent,
playing with each other.
But at the same time, you can't take that for granted. Like, last year's Western Conference Stanley Cup team, the Nashville Predators, they lost in the second round this year. You know what I'm saying?
But
and
they still made the playoffs, though.
They made the playoffs, but they swore up and down this was their season that they was going to go to the Stanley Cup final and win it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, like, this stuff happens. And that's the only sad thing to me is you just never know what could happen. Like, I want them to get back next year and win, but yo,
they got odds of that shit happening.
Yeah, they got a whole league gunning for them. Like, they did the LA Kings dirty. They did the San Jose Sharks dirty. The Winnipeg Jets, you could even say they was better than them, and they whooped them in 5 games. You think them teams ain't coming back gun blazing? Plus the whole rest of the NHL, they already think Vegas got a upper hand, like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Vegas, keep doing what you're doing. Keep sending them girls to the room.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep sending them girls to the room. Hey, keep them in the casinos, real like.
Keep Drake. We the Drakes of the NHL.
Hey, keep them at the tables till 3:00 in the morning before the game.
Y'all keep that Vegas flu rolling.
They call it the Vegas flu. Absolutely.
We the Drakes of the NHL. Y'all keep it up. We keep winning.
We got a lot of distractions in Vegas for you to get into before games. Absolutely.
But congratulations to the Washington Capitals. They kind of thugged us out a little bit. I just wish we get a little bit more grit next season. But we'll see what happens.
I mean, I think the Golden Knights did just fine though. I mean, if they play this season. Next season, the exact same way they played this season, I think they'll be straight. Because they were knocking teams off, like you said, like the Sharks, all the way up till they got up to the Capitals. Yeah. They were killing cats. Like killing cats to the point where you're surprised when you hear that the Golden Knights lost.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
But so even when they got to the Capitals, I'm thinking like after game 1, I was like, oh, it's just gonna be more of the same. You know, we just gonna keep knocking them out all the way to the Stanley Cup.
Even in being 3-1, motherfuckers was like, oh, we still got this.
Yeah. There's still some hope.
Because we've been coming back the whole time.
You got to come back to Vegas. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I mean, I think they did their thing. It's just that the Washington Capitals had their numbers after game 1. It's like they actually sat down, watched the tape, figured out what they were doing wrong or came up with some type of strategy in order to defeat the Golden Knights. And whatever they did, that shit worked.
Yeah.
You know, that shit 100% worked.
Like the blueprint.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give it to them. The Capitals, they did their things, but, you know, they had a couple lucky games.
Yeah.
Couple lucky games that it could have turned out a lot differently if it wasn't just for like one extra lucky goal, like the puck hitting off of somebody's skate or like some like weird fluke shit that just worked out in their favor. So it's not like the Golden Knights were playing bad, you know, like they still did their thing. And if they come back with the same tenacity they had this past season, it's gonna turn out the same way it did, you know. So I mean, I say they don't really need to switch nothing up. If anything, they need whenever somebody figures them out, they need to know how to come up with a counter to that shit. Yeah. And just adjust accordingly. So
you know what happened? They ain't put the black goalie in. They lost.
Anyways, on the greener pastures, Golden State swept the motherfucking Cavaliers.
As expected.
Jesus.
What I say?
As completely expected.
Yes.
I said if it's going to be the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's going to be a sweep. This shit is going 4 games. Some people gave it 5. I was like, you being a little nice. You know, this shit is going to. So this last game, game 4, if any of y'all watched it,
that shit wasn't
they
even
won
a
by
game.
23 points.
Yeah.
They were.
This is win or go home for the NBA Finals.
The game was over in the 4th quarter.
Right.
LeBron James was left with like 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Like they started celebrating at the 3-minute mark.
Just to be safe.
That's why I go ahead and charter that jet, take your ass back home. Oh shit, he was in Cleveland. Go ahead and call that Uber.
He didn't even give a congratulations at that. He said his goodbyes when he left the court. Yeah. He told everybody good job. As soon as that clock hit 4 zeros, he took his ass to the locker room. Like, bro, I ain't got nothing else to do.
Frustrated, man.
I
mean, gotta be.
Can't blame him.
What I was mad about, look, all right, so we gonna get into the bullshit.
It's not about the money with LeBron, though. You got to know that.
I mean, but
like, fuck this basketball money. This shit just goes to his savings account.
At the same time, you niggas come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all come from nothing.
I mean,
you know,
that's cool.
And you
we're talking about
worked hard. You earned you got your abilities and you worked hard to get where you at. But at the same time, like there was another side of the coin. So at least respect it enough to where you give it your all. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
all the way through.
LeBron, I ain't trying to hear all that. Like, like if I'm LeBron, like I mean, I feel what you're saying, but fuck all that in the heat of the moment. Like if I'm out here laying my heart, and this is coming from somebody who don't like y'all know me. I ain't fucking into sports. Yeah, I could care less. I don't watch basketball or none of that shit. But if I'm laying my heart on the court every game and I'm doing everything I can, and I feel like I'm carrying motherfuckers' weight, for sure I'm gonna have a chip on my shoulder. Like I ain't thinking about the money. I've been getting money.
Well,
like, this shit ain't new to me.
Well, that's what that nigga.
I'm trying to get this championship.
That nigga leaving Cleveland. If you ask me personally, bro. I
don't know. I think they gonna get.
Unless they get another superstar.
They gonna put. I think they gonna put a super team in Cleveland. And people are saying that they can't because of how some of the other players' contracts is worked out. Like it's too much money.
They've been under the. I mentioned this last time. They've been over that luxury tax forever. Mm-hmm. Like they don't have no. Yes, Cleveland's been over that luxury tax forever. And then them contracts be locked in. It's not like a one-off. Like
no, it's not the NFL.
It's hard to get rid of that money. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
the money's guaranteed.
Yeah, like they contracts. They've been over that luxury tax forever. You know what I'm saying?
So football's the only sport where it ain't guaranteed, right?
No, football.
They give you so much
signing bonus.
Yeah, they give you so much, and then, but it's like, I mean, the only way they can clear up that space is by getting rid of LeBron and by him opting out. That's literally the only way they can get rid of that money. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel like he gonna go somewhere else. I mean, at this point, like I said, you a 3-time champion. You went to the finals 9 times. You've only won 3 times. Like, bruh, you gotta be. At this point, his greatness is about statistics, and that's a horrible statistic.
I mean,
you might as well not even go to the finals no more, bro. Because
I mean, but
you now
that's what he's gonna be known for.
That point, but I mean, I could be like any team want LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
But if you
absolutely.
was-
You
but
gotta
if
be
you like
stupid
a-
if you don't.
But if you like a superstar player, like, do you really want that nigga on your team?
Right.
Yeah, because you gotta
Probably
take that
not.
back seat. I
Yeah,
mean, not unless you
exactly.
chase the not unless you're in the back half
Not
of
trying
your
to be
career.
a ring chaser like him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then
not
maybe
unless you're in the
That's
back
right.
half of your career. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I mean, he luckily
he gonna change everything. He gonna take over everything.
no, I'm saying luckily he switched up beforehand, and he went and paired up when he was still in the front half of his career before he like really elevated himself
Yeah.
to that LeBron level. So it don't look bad on Wade and Bosh for doing that because at that time he was LeBron, but he wasn't LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like he became that in Miami.
He was LeBron.
No, I mean, but he came in as LeBron. What I'm saying is he didn't come in as the most like all these fucking records and whatever. They just knew, and he wasn't as big. He wasn't that big. I'm talking about like body wise. Like he still had that kid body kind of, and he got destroyed by the Spurs. So he was still like that superstar, but was on the up and coming. Like he's gonna be that next great thing. So Miami is when he really stamped himself. Like, bro, I'm here and I'm a force to be reckoned with.
And I guess he really went to Miami because he couldn't get nobody to come to Cleveland.
Absolutely.
That's
Because that's
why
what I'm
he
saying.
went
They
to
were still looking
Miami.
at him like, you still the rookie who's getting trashed by everybody. Still, like, you can't beat the Spurs. Like, yeah, you're LeBron James and you're a great player, but you still ain't getting it done yet. You know what I mean? But what I didn't like, though, back to these motherfucking finals, though, LeBron always finds a way to pull some...
D-Money, you gotta lean in some. You got the shot.
Oh, yeah, you got... There you go. Get to your mic.
You
Where your
go.
mic
You back
staying at,
there.
man?
Yeah, I'm doing it big. You know what I'm saying?
Doing it
Trying
That's
to
why
be
your
Yeah.
ass out the shot, man, because you got no mic stand. You over here laid back.
Where the fuck is D-Money?
Yeah.
Y'all hear me though?
D-Money calling on a conference call right now. Excuse his laptop.
D, the fresh take hotline.
Hey, LeBron always finds a way to do some hoe-ass shit.
Try to steal the narrative.
Yeah, try to curve the narrative. Like, motherfucker, this nigga hand is broken.
Yeah.
Bruh, you gay
Yeah,
as fuck, my
he
nigga.
always piss me off when he does shit like
Yeah,
that. He was
like-
talking about, like,
I'm
oh,
not saying it wasn't.
I was playing while I was sick.
Yeah,
Or I jammed my pinky.
I'm not mad at it.
That was hella weak sauce.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure he did, especially after game one. I'm definitely not denying that he socked the shit out of a fucking
I mean, whatever.
whiteboard.
You know what I
and
mean?
broke
I
his
feel
hand.
like he
But
just
my whole thing is,
way-
but my whole thing is you hit it for 3 games, my nigga. You should have waited until after your press conference to put that fucking cast on. Don't come out with the
The shit
cast
is just
out,
a
my nigga.
fucking
Like,
excuse,
you
yo.
waited 3 games.
When he came out with the cat.
Yes, the cast on.
And it's like, ow.
Mind you, this is after game 4.
Ow.
He supposedly broke it or injured
Here's
it
the
after
thing.
game 1.
As soon
Bullshit.
as they was like the Warriors is champions, like
Bullshit.
Yeah, they released that information. Breaking
news coming in.
LeBron
Right.
James hurt his hand after game 1.
What had happened
like,
was it's like bullshit because he was still putting up 50+ points
Yeah.
after the fact.
Yeah, like,
You
bro,
know,
that was,
he was not favoring that hand
bro.
he
whatsoever.
always finds a way to do
His
some gay
hands
ass
were
shit.
always.
Yeah, he plays
That's why
soft.
niggas don't like him. That's why I set up here. I was like,
That's the
Y'all
number
popping
one
shit.
reason. That's the
Yeah,
number
yeah,
one
that
reason
too.
because he plays like he's soft, man.
And
He
that's
always
why-
complaining about some shit.
I
You
was
know
like,
what
yo, them niggas do not like LeBron. Like, they're
always
not gonna let him
complaining.
win a game. They want to sweep this nigga.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I'm
I mean
saying?
that was the biggest whole shit of the fucking night, like, bro. And like I said, I mean, like, I'm not denying that his hand is. And like I said, after game 1, nigga, I'd be pissed too. I'd be ready to.
Shit.
Yeah,
But
I'd
if
be
you
pissed.
gonna break your hand,
Yeah.
break it on what you really want to break it on.
But no, not even
J.R.
that. No.
Smith's and
No.
Jaw.
But not even.
Hey, speaking of which,
That's who you really
speaking of
wanted
which,
to
because I suspected that whole shit, the whole J.R. Smith situation changed the entire momentum
Yeah.
of the finals because
Yeah.
they had that win. The
Yeah.
win was in the bag
Yeah, yeah,
already.
yeah.
It was either George Hill hitting his free throw or J.R. Smith not doing some dumb shit once he
Yeah.
got the offensive
But what I'm
rebound.
saying though is you did a press conference after that game, after you supposedly broke your hand with no cast. You went on to do 3 more games, pre press conferences, post press conferences. You done did all these press conferences
With no
and did
cast
not
on.
mention your damn hand being broken with no
Yeah.
cast.
Then when
Bruh,
they
you
went
should
in-
have did that last conference without. You should have put that out 2 days later. Like, oh,
Yeah.
by the way, like, don't do it after you just lost, my nigga, and then
mean-
come out with the cast and then make jokes about it. Oh, y'all like this cast, huh?
He
That's
was-
what y'all want to take pictures of. You gonna
He-
stop the whole press conference to address that? Like, bro, that's some gay ass shit.
He said it was
Yeah.
because he didn't want
The Warriors that have an upper hand and know that his hand was hurt,
The
bro.
Warriors don't need your hand to be broke to beat you.
To beat
son.
your ass.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
You acting like they gonna dive at your hand. Like, hit that nigga hand.
Get Draymond Green on that
He's gonna
hand.
hit this jumper in your face and steal the ball from you while you ain't looking and you just stand there and watch it. Like, and that's kind of the thing. just more effort. You know what I'm saying? It don't always work out that way, but you really out there looking defeated. Like, and it looks bad on TV. It looks horrible.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny
And the
because
rest of your team follows suit.
I think after game one, he just kind of gave up on the entire finals. He was like, just throw the whole finals away.
That shit was fucked up. Like that. That shit was fucked up.
It was.
And all that shit funny, but what's the funniest is one of the only 7 teams he's meeting with, Golden State Warriors is one of them.
Yeah.
All credit to Kyrie, by the way. That's the one time he had an actual superstar on the team with him, and they barely won that. They barely won that series.
And they well, that's a whole nother thing. How they just keep forgetting to mention Kyrie hitting that shot, and that's how they won the championship.
Right. It was not LeBron.
That just
it was an at the buzzer shot. Kyrie or Irving shooting the motherfucking
the
ball.
narrative is like LeBron brought the championship to Cleveland.
Kyrie missed that shot.
Kyrie misses that shot. Golden State wins 4 in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Klay Thompson, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, if Draymond don't foul out and get suspended and technical,
they not winning game
Cleveland
6.
don't win neither.
Granted, all of that is part of the game, so I mean that kind of shit happens. So you still give him his credit.
But that's how I felt after game 1. Like everybody.
But he needs another superstar on the team in order to win a fucking ring. That's what he did in Miami, and the only one that he got in Cleveland was with Kyrie.
And even in Miami, what did they win? 2 championships? They won 2 championships.
Go 3, 4.
I think they went 2 and 3.
Yeah, it went 2 and 3 because they won the first 2 and then they lost the 3.
No, they lost the first one.
So they went 4 then. Let's see, 1, 2, and then they went for a 3-peat, and he lost that last one too before you went back to went back to Cleveland.
So because they lost to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they lost to the
Mavericks. Then they beat the Thunder.
Thunder went to the finals.
Yeah, that's the Kevin Durant, James Harden, and.
You're right.
So they won. They beat the Thunder. They beat the Spurs barely.
Oh yeah, his rematch with him. Yeah, because that's when. Yeah, I remember that. So that was when they brought the motherfucking trophy out. Yeah. In game 6. Like the Spurs was finna win. And they came back and dogged them in like the last 2 minutes. Like, y'all better take that trophy back.
Not today. Not today.
Hey, that shit was crazy. Hey, that forever. It's funny. I always love moments like that to change the way they do shit forever. Yeah. They don't never do shit like that no more. Mm-hmm. It don't matter if there's 30 seconds left in the game. They not roping off and bringing no fucking trophies out no more. Because that shit was all on camera, nigga. They was roping shit off. Mm-hmm. They done wheeled the trophy out to center court.
They had the red carpet.
We going back.
Red carpet wheeled out
for game 7.
Nigga, they brought out the merchandise.
They damn near hit the confetti button.
They had their fly Miami shirts back. They started sending them up like Africa. They had to fly them back and shit.
All the Spurs players on the bench already had their hats on and shit.
No, take them shits off. We're going back to Miami for game 7.
You got the goggles in the locker room and shit.
They done put up the tarps and everything.
Like, damn it, we set all this shit up for nothing.
But that has to be horrible.
So they won the finals that year, and then the Spurs came back the next year and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then that was it. They broke up after that.
Yeah. Oh, that's where we gonna end it. For reasons we would rather not tell y'all. Yep. Y'all get hints in other episodes.
Soon enough.
This has been For the Record podcast, man. Make sure if y'all got any comments or anything, if you listening, just text us personally. I mean,
that always works.
Follow us on social media. Follow us on social media.
Tell me when you see me at the house.
at ROCKSTARR. You can leave all the shitty comments you want there. We will respond.
We will.
We want all the smoke.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All the smoke.
Hey, D, want to get back in the shot, nigga?
You way out the shot,
Like
son.
academics, motherfucker, my ass.
So you can definitely comment there. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can comment right underneath. And we will respond in an orderly fashion, believe me.
This is a fact.
Send out the bat
funny.
signal.
Yes.
You see this nigga?
Nah,
This
y'all
is
make
a
this shit
rockstar
dope.
DJ, man.
Rockstar DJ Hugh Holler.
ROCKSTARR DJ KayPlaya.
the Rockstar DJ D Money.
Put a record.